Hi there, everybody. This is Austin at the Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. Um, t- Today we're going to talk about a specific mark. That's what all these pieces have in common. They're all the same. They're all the same mark, but they're not all the same manufacturer, which is why we're looking at all these pieces. So we'll look at these sugar and creamers first. They are marked RS Tillowitz. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Tillowitz is a town that was in Prussia until it became a town in Poland and got a different name. So I believe that happened in 1945. So after 1945, these pieces would have said Tillowici or something. It's basically WICE, I think is how it changes instead of the TZ. So yeah, these are pre 1945 down to I want to say 1921 or something. So they're very Art Deco-y, Depression era sort of things. Most of this factory, geez, look at how bad that thumbprint is. I just washed my hands. What in the world? Maybe these were a little scummy. Let me clean that off a bit. Okay, sort of, not really. But isn't that glaze amazing? You can see how it just subtly changes colors throughout. Sort of a marigold color. I think that's a beautiful thing. The handles. The handles are so cool. So that mark for RS, I'm sorry, RS is somebody's initials. I decided earlier I wasn't even going to try to butcher it. It's a German guy's initials, Reinhold. Well, I don't think I can. I don't think I can justify my attempt. But yeah, it's a guy's initials. Started in 1869, and the reason we're talking about these are the ones marked RS Prussia are very valuable, hundreds of dollars. It used to be worth thousands of dollars. Collectors have come and gone, and there aren't as many people looking for RS Prussia stuff, but still it commands a hefty price. So one of the pieces in front of you, genuinely marked RS Prussia, I would think is worth a considerable amount of money, even these days. Now, this is a genuine mark. This is just a little bit later than the ones you would expect to find. There's a couple of different marks. They can be RS Germany, Tillowitz. There's a fair few, Poland, and those can all be legitimate. But I do believe those are all on reproduced pieces. So you've got to be a little bit aware of, what age you're looking for versus what age it appears to be. Now, this is a very, very pretty little shoe, isn't it? It's a ceramic shoe. It's got a mark down there. We'll look at it in a second. It's very kind of nice, isn't it? But when you get up a little closer, you can see a bit of the dot matrix in that. I think you guys will be able to see that. So this isn't hand painted. This is like a model airplane decal. In fact, right at the bottom of those leaves right there, do you see that? You can see it's kind of like that guy who used to paint the soup cans. I can't think of his name right now. But you could see the dot matrix in his giant prints, you know what I mean? So that's what you're looking for to know that something isn't hand painted. That little dot matrix, that brown smudge of dots right there at the bottom. And then you realize this isn't hand painted. It's actually a printed or even like a decal applied. So let's look at this mark. Now, that's a decent looking mark, but doesn't that still just look a bit off for a company that should have stopped producing ceramics in like 1956, I think? Yeah, I think so. 1869 to 1956 was RS. So, I mean, I'm not going to say it couldn't be, though. But the mark's a little bit off. And I'll show you why here. Let's look at this beautiful, beautiful thing for just a second. Now, it doesn't take much to realize that, like, that little shoe versus this gorgeous, absolutely wonderful thing. I mean, which one do you think is probably the genuine RS piece if they're a famous company and, you know, they're known for their superior ceramics and such? So you would think probably this one. Now, I've actually noticed something that I don't see anybody talking about, so maybe I'm just whistling Dixie here. Now, this is a genuine RS mark. You'll note that the surface is a bit like chalkware. It'll feel kind of chalky and rough. I don't know if you can hear that or not. But here's a genuine mark. Here's a genuine mark. Here's a genuine mark. Here's a camera that don't work at all. Here's a genuine mark. My name's Austin, and this is the worst antiques channel ever. You know, I don't know why you're doing what you're doing, but you're being so rude right now. This is important, guy. Oh, all right. I'm just going to remove it from his view for a second. I'm going to move this boot so nothing bad happens. And then we're just going to come... Oh my God. We're just going to come right back to it. Now, I've noticed something about this mark that I haven't really seen anybody talk about. But do notice that it's a little bit roughed up. It's a little bit faded. Now, the left leg of the star on the genuine RS mark on this piece and the piece that is like evidence of a, you know, pictorial evidence of a genuine RS of Prussia mark on the interwebs here. I looked it up, and sure enough, the left leg of their star is a little bit scrunched up. You see how that one's just a little bit cattywampus of the rest of them? It's not even. So if you're looking at a piece of RS Prussia and you see that the left leg of the star is just a little bit wonky, that's what mine looks like, and that's what the one on the internet stating that it was a genuine piece looks like. So use that as a little hint. I don't know if it'll be true of every mark. I'm sure, you know, marks changed and stuff. They only used this mark up to 1918. So, you know, I mean, this is a beautiful and likely valuable thing. And once we start focusing on these birds here, you're really just going to be amazed. And aren't those just spectacular? And it worked seamlessly. We didn't have to edit anything. The camera worked perfectly the whole time. I mean, what an amazing deal. What an amazing deal. So yeah, that's what a genuinely decorated piece of RS Prussian ceramics would look like. Prussia, as you may or may not know, was Germany before it became Germany. I've got a Prussian officer's sword from about 1860. And that's pretty interesting too. Oh, now we're not doing this focus. Okay, hold on. I'll tell you the truth. I think tomorrow we actually get to order new phones. My phone's really my camera here, so I think the whole channel's about to improve just a little bit. We'll have more space for activities and such. So yeah, this is Austin at the Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. Hopefully helping you, you know, narrow down difficult hunts and find more and more beautiful things every day, and you know, just to recognize quality when you see it. This is a light lusterware. I don't know if you can see the kind of pearlescent sheen on it, but it's got a little lustery to it. And yeah, it's just it's just about the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. I found it at a thrift store for $5. It's definitely worth hundreds. I don't know if that even matters, because I doubt I could sell something that beautiful. Oh my word. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Would you sell it? Would you? I mean, you know, we all need money. I'm so poor. I'm so poor. But here I am looking at this thing thinking that I don't need hundreds of dollars that bad. Or do I? or do I? I guess we'll see what the wife says. She's usually the final word on whether or not something's loved enough in this house to stay without making us money. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is Austin at the Best I Can Afford Antiques channel. Always a pleasure talking to you guys. I just adore it every time. It's genuinely my pleasure. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, do the thing.